Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Daring Shakila and I will present introduction. For the introduction, it is common for construction sites to have extremely high levels of noise and they have frequently transient environments that contribute significantly to the pollution. The mainly to the production of exhaust particles and a great deal of noise, primarily from the machinery and heavy equipment employed in construction. So the purpose of the report is to identify and discuss about the noise quality monitoring and construction activity and its control measure through a virtual site visit to analyze the reality of operating methods.
My name is Nurul Ain. I will present part of findings. So the first question is how to monitor noise quality at construction activity. According to Ms. Maishara Farzana, to monitor noise quality at construction activity need to identify where the noise is coming from. The noise measuring equipment should comply with the standard determined the International Electronic Commission. The equipment able to record all the incoming sounds and place it at safe place for 1 day. The recorded noise will be taken to the lab to measure the average noise generated from the site. The second question is how to control measure of the noise after we monitor the system at the site. First, elimination. Second, substitution. Third, engineering control. Fourth, administration control. And lastly, personal protective equipment. The first discussion is discuss the advancement of the technology system and design operation in Malaysia versus developed country. In Malaysia, the requirement of technology system and design for noise quality control are at the minimum because the project that had been run in Malaysia got less complaint about the noise pollution. People will complain only for minor activity during construction such as lorry noise, machinery and some construction relating to buildings such as piling. The employer need appoint and let a conductor measure equipment and report the findings and recommendation made based on the assessment. Only in the urban area that might use the advanced technology since the development was highly increased, especially in Kuala Lumpur.
Hi, my name is Hanis Nabila. Okay, for the main factor that influence the efficiency noise quality monitoring is noise measuring equipment is compliant with standard International Electronical Commission (IEC). The measurement made by integrating, averaging sound level meter and noise decimeter. The field calibration with a sound level calibrator should be performed before and after monitoring at a quiet location. The result will be discarded if reading at any frequency is more than 0.5 dB from the reading frequency at the beginning. The noise decimeter and sound level meter field calibration reading recorded as noise risk assessment. Okay, for the advantage noise quality monitoring is first reduce the occurrence of complaints by residents that live near the construction. Second is preserve a person health from suffering disease such as stress, high blood pressure, depression, diff. The third is able to find out the cause of noise pollution quickly. And the lastly is tools that used for monitoring are expensive and more accurate. The disadvantage is firstly cost to repair or maintenance the tools are higher. Next is the expensive tools are difficult to use than the cheap tool. The lastly is many regulation must be followed before we conduct the noise quality monitoring.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So for my part will be discussion D and E. So for the discussion D relate the findings with the theory given during class. Based on the findings of noise, which is defined as any uncomfortable and unpleasant sound such as construction machines, is one of the most serious stress that has a negative impact on the physiological and psychological health of city dwellers as well as their quality of life. From the theory given during class stated that noise pollution were made from many resources during building activity, such as equipment, machinery, tools, and traffic. This kind of pollution affects a large number of individuals living near urban construction sites. So for discussion E, discuss how to improve the system in Malaysia based on your analysis. Noise pollution is likely to be the form of pollution whose consequences are felt right away. Since the equipment you are using is likely to be loud, it will be hurt others who reside close. As a result, residents in the area may endure varied degree of stress, sleep disturbance, and also high blood pressure. One way to improve the system in Malaysia based on the analysis is we schedule tasks for when residents are most likely to be awake rather than when they are most likely to be sleeping. For example, on weekdays, the construction can be done between 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We might also inform local neighbors about the project's operating hour and keep them informed. If the company construction does not inform the neighbors and they also work overtime, they should get a penalty and fine from the government of the construction in Malaysia. So that's all from my part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For my part is discussion FNG. So first discuss the future of the environmental engineer task force for the field. More area will likely require management to avoid pollution or ecological damage. We will likely see new potential contaminants as well as the need to adjust conditions in some locations to cope with climate change. As we all know, in future, more technological improvement, population increase, and a higher demand for enough food for our rising population. Housing and infrastructure to meet our growing needs, new farming methods, and so on are all likely in the future. Environmental engineers will be in even higher demand to assist us in dealing with the potential challenges that this future will bring. This is because when a lot of construction areas are in progressing, the environmental engineer must do their job to investigate the pollution in that area such as noise pollution, water pollution, and air pollution. Next is G. Propose the new approach to improve current system. For current system, to investigate noise monitoring at construction site, digital sound level meter and quantum meter were used to monitor the sound level. The disadvantage of this method is environmental engineer must do it manually to collect the data of noise. To propose the new approach to improve current system, the suggested noise monitoring system consists of smart sensors that are connected to the cloud service through a wireless uplink. This method reduces the quantity of data sent from a sensor to the cloud service and allows sensors to be placed in regions with poor wireless uplinks. The smart sensor sends all of the collected measurements to the cloud service for further analysis. This new approach can help the environmental engineer to easily collect the data of noise at cloud service. Thank you.
For the conclusion, even though noise pollution has a range of harmful implications for workers and inhabitants in the surrounding area, it is necessary in developing countries or locations. Hence, with the aid of technology and legalization of acts, indeed it is believed as the most effective method of combating the problem of noise pollution. That's all from us. Thank you.